Shalom, friends. Akiva here from Israel in 5, and I want to invite you personally to join me for a longer presentation taking place on Sunday, June 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time in honor of the upcoming holiday of Shavuot, the Feast of Weeks. Go to israel5.org/tour to register for free or click on the link in the description. In this presentation, we are going to explore the biblical story behind the holiday of Shavuot, which celebrates the receiving of the Torah by the children of Israel on Mount Sinai. We'll also look at the modern day cultural celebration of Shavuot in the modern day Jewish state. And we'll also learn about the connection between this holiday and the 7 species through which the land of Israel is most known and blessed. It's going to be an exciting presentation. Definitely don't want to miss it. Please join me. Again, go to israel5.org/tour or click on the link in the description. Sunday, June 9th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Can't wait to see you there. All the best and be well. In this week's Torah portion, we're beginning a new book of the Torah in which the children of Israel are being counted by God. Shalom, my friends. This is Akiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. We're beginning this week the 4th book of the Torah, Bamidbar in Hebrew, which means in the desert. And in English, it's called, as we know, the book of Numbers. And those two go together because the children of Israel are still traveling through the desert on their way to the Holy Land, having left Egypt. And at this point in their journey, they're being counted by God. Now, God counts them a few different times during their 40 years of journeying through the desert. And each time shows God's love for the children of Israel. Why? Because you count things that you love. You count things that are important to you. You count things that you adore, right? People we know like to count their money. How much money do I have? Because they love money. They want to make sure they have enough. They want to make sure where it is and that it's okay. And that's what God is doing. God is counting the children of Israel in order to express his love and admiration and connection to them, showing them that they are important to him, that he wants to know down to the nitty-gritty exactly how many are there until the last one. Now, it's interesting because in this week's Torah portion, it's not just one general count, it's counting according to the 12 tribes. We know that in the children of Israel, there were 12 tribes, and each tribe is getting counted. Right, to show that not only do you have a place in the entire nation, but you have a place in the tribe, and each tribe is different. Each tribe will get its own tribal land in the land of Israel when they go there. And each tribe kind of has its own different mission, so to speak, in the larger, greater mission of the nation as a whole. We know that each tribe was given a copy of the Torah, told with them that vision, that mission. And though the Torah might be the same for everybody, they express it, they live it in a little bit of a different way than the other tribes. So there's a commonality amongst all the tribes, and there's also an individuality. There's a uniqueness. So each person is counted with their tribe to say, this is my tribe, and these are my people. And I'm connected to both. And of course, on the deepest level, the individual, right? You're being counted as an individual amongst your tribe, amongst your people. And not to forget any of those layers or levels, because they're all so important, right? As we go on in the Torah portion, we also learn about how the nation of Israel, the children of Israel, and all the different tribes traveled through the desert. But they traveled in a very specific way as well. That they traveled 3 tribes on each side of the tabernacle that was in the center. It must have been an amazing sight to see, especially from above. If you can put a drone in ancient times and see this nation moving through the desert in a very specific pattern. And again, you have the tabernacle in the center, and you have the tribes all around, but in formation. 3 tribes to the north, 3 tribes to the south, 3 to the east, and 3 to the west, 12 in all. And each tribe walked together with 2 other tribes, and they always walked in the same way. In all the times that they journeyed, the dozens of times that they journeyed in the desert, through the desert, they always walked in the same formation. So you see, again, all these different kinds of countings and organizations of the people to show them that, every one of us, each one of us has our place, has our purpose, right? And has our mission. The last thing I want to share is that we also learn about the tribe of Levi. And we know that the tribe of Levi, they were the ones chosen. They were the ones designated to work in the tabernacle itself and later in the temple that stood in Jerusalem. Out of the tribe of Levi came the Levites, and also the Kohanim, the priests. Now, the priests did the bulk of the work, specifically with the sacrifices, but the Levites were very important as well, doing all kinds of other work, playing the music that accompanied every single sacrifice, and doing all kinds of other work in the tabernacle as well. They will be responsible for carrying, taking apart, carrying, and putting together, once again, the tabernacle upon arriving at their new destination. And so you can say, maybe some of the other tribes are like, oh, but why did they get chosen? Why not us? Why can't we do what they do? The laws are very specific and they're very strict. Only the tribe of Levi could work and serve in the tabernacle, no other tribe. And that might cause some resentment, some jealousy, but it all plays into this idea that we're learning about in this Torah portion, that everyone has their place. And just because they work in the tabernacle doesn't make them better. It makes them different. They have a different purpose. Each one of us has a purpose. So it's really it's good enough, it's powerful enough to know that I have a purpose. God put me in this world with a purpose, with something to do. It might not be the same as my neighbor. It might not be the same as my friend, and that's okay, because I'm here to fulfill my purpose, not theirs. Right? There's a very famous Hasidic story. One of the Hasidic masters of the early generations, his name was Reb Zusha, right? And he would tell his followers that when he goes up to heaven after living his life, he's not afraid that God will ask him, why weren't you more like Moses? And what he is afraid of is, why weren't you more like Zusha? Right? That we're not here to be anyone else. Person, doing their thing, they're doing that thing that was designated for them. We're supposed to be doing our thing designated for us. And we really see that coming to life in this week's Torah portion as God counts the nation of Israel, the children of Israel, individuals, tribes, and the nation as a whole, to show once again God's love for the people, but also to send the message that each and every single one of you is important, and each and every single one of you is in this world for a reason, for a purpose, with something very specific and special and important to do.